Hi, welcome to the Indrasya channel. Very excited to have a conversation with you guys. So, I'm having amazing conversations with hyperachievers, superachievers, people who are extremely successful in their life and living. And we are exploring the possibility of how to use astrology to empower their lives. So I'm absolutely loving it. So really make it happen. Have conversations with me, and I would love to have these empowering conversations with you on how to use astrology to make a difference in your life. Today, we're going to talk about something which is like smashing, something that's absolutely amazing, brilliant, superb. That's what we're actually going to talk about. So, it's essentially how to really channelize a certain Ishta Devata or a certain attribute about your chart and how to really empower it and make it better and better and better. So that's something that we're really going to discuss. And so that's me looking at you and having conversations with you. So I'm going to look at something which is like really dear to me, something that's close to my heart, something that I absolutely love, is Jupiter in Ardra. So when you have Jupiter in Ardra, how could you make this the most powerful, the most effective, the most amazing space in your life? So you might ask me, like, who are you? Like, how are you like having these conversations, and explain a little bit more about it. Well, I have Jupiter in Ardra, and it's a very powerful combination. Jupiter in Ardra, and I have Mars along with it, so it makes it like crazy strong. And I have an Ishvara yoga as well. So when I have an Ishvara yoga, it exponentializes Jupiter to a great degree. So this is something that I've known about my chart for a very long time, and I've used this to be extremely successful in my life and living. I'm also a CEO of a business in Dubai, and it's doing well, something that very passionate about, and something that I continue to invest my time about it. And I'm also really good with astrology, so that's something that's helped me to do it. And that's the reason for me to really be here and have these conversations with you. So, now that we've set the context, let's set it apart, and let's start getting deeper into how we have these empowering and amazing conversations. And did I mention also a champion kickboxer? So, now that we've set a lot of these contexts, now let's move that aside and let's have these conversations about how we could really leverage this position. The favorite position I'm talking about is Jupiter in Ardra. So, always look at some of the traits, qualities that we're really looking to empower and embody it and take it further. Or the favorite word that I use is exponentialize. So, Ardra, the deity for Ardra Nakshatra, is Rudra. So, always learn about the deity of a nakshatra and really look at what's the deity about, what's going on. Here, the deity is Rudra, and Rudra is extremely powerful, called the mightiest of mighty, and really brings forth a lot of this chaos, storminess, and where you don't take the beaten path, where you believe in yourself and make it happen. So, you really bring forth the power, where you really believe that you alone are enough, where you have these sentences that I'm enough, I am powerful, I make a difference in my life, and you really bring that power and you make a difference in your life. Make a difference in your life, make a difference in your money situation, and really transform yourself, transform your body, and really be there. So that's something that you could do. So that is Rudra energy. Jupiter, also called INDRASYARUDRA, is also born on Ekadashi Tithi. So Jupiter was born on an Ekadashi Tithi, and Ekadashi is nothing but the Tithi of Rudras. So there's a lot of Rudra energies that are going around and going further and further. So when you have a position this way, so then what you look at is you understand the attributes, traits of Rudra energy. You look at some symbologies which are there. So here what we could do is look at the symbology of Lord Nataraja. So let's say we look at the symbology of Lord Nataraja. So look at it as two makaras, or extremely powerful ancient version of a crocodile, right? A very, very powerful, and something which is like ferocious, powerful, and something which is there, and really represents fear, because makara is like that dreaded fear of a predator that's really out there to get you. And if you have to master makara, then you got to master fear, and then you got to be fearless, and you got to be that master. So on two makaras is the arch. The arch is those 27 flames, or those 27 flames are those nakshatras which are there. And those flames are, let's say, specks compared to the central deity, which is Rudra, or Lord Nataraja, which is right there in the center. That's how big and powerful the Rudra is compared to every other nakshatra. And that's how important is compared to every other nakshatra. And it's just not a standing pose, it's essentially a certain pose that's depicting certain things, which means that it's extremely sophisticated, complicated, something that is trying to tell you something which is really amazing. Something very similar to a heart. Heart is extremely complex in terms of the nerve systems that are there, the muscle systems that are there, the fluid systems that are there. At the same time, it's very simple. It's just beating, and it's there, and when you follow your heart, you just follow what you really love, and then you go with it. So the symbologies are there. It kind of helps you to get better and better. So keep that in mind. Heart, right? Complex yet simple, accessible, something that you really love. So, and that's how powerful the Ardra Nakshatra is. And there's an entire temple that's dedicated towards Ardra Nakshatra, and you would find it in southern part of India, in a temple called Chidambaram. So Chidambaram temple really has that, embodies the Ardra Nakshatra. So when you go there, there are certain symbologies, the way the temple is structured, how it is done, really brings forth the Ardra Nakshatra energy and the Rudra Nakshatra energy. So you really take further to it. This is the kind of research, or this is the kind of depth that you really need to know for you to get deeper into this. And the reason we're exploring this is, how do you make this Anishta Devata, and how do you really make this your power combination, right? So first you need to understand, oh, is this really powerful? Oh, it's ancient, it's powerful, it's brilliant, it's amazing. So once you got all this information, then you go deeper. I was like, okay, so what's happening here? So Jupiter and Ardra. So Jupiter, already a Rudra planet, extremely powerful, extremely strong, one of the biggest planet, so maybe the mightiest of mighty. Ardra Nakshatra, now that I have this Nataraja symbology, and Ardra takes a central position, it's extremely powerful and extremely strong. That's amazing, that's interesting, that's beautiful. Now, how do we take this further? Now, Ekadashi is also related to Rudras. So you understand what happens in an Ekadashi Tithi. So you look at how the moon, the shape of the moon is like a crescent, right? So a crescent shaped moon. And what are some of the activities that are done? So intense activities in terms of physical activities, in terms of believing in yourself. So telling yourself that I'm enough, I'm strong, I'm powerful, is also a way of doing Ekadashi, right? And having that sense of self-control is also what happens in Ekadashi. So think of those things, understand, and go with it. And what if you could make every day an Ekadashi? This is one of the greatest secrets. What if you live every day where you keep waking up yourself and then you say, I'm powerful. I believe in myself. I'm enough. I am powerful and I bring forth my power to make a difference in my life, to make a difference in my life and living, to make a difference in my money situation. What happens if you bring forth this power and you alone are making a difference? Where the charts don't matter, the gocharas don't matter, the transits don't matter, but you're being the Rudra energy all the time. How is that going to be? So that's a great way to live your life. That's an empowering way to live your life. So bring forth that power and go deeper into it. And then there's also Rudra Gayatri, which is there. So every time you say this, Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Maha Devaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayat. So you bring forth that Rudra more and more, more and more, more and more. And you could even have a power word. So here, the power word could be Rudra. So every time you say the word Rudra, then you bring forth that power, you bring forth, anytime you have a limitation that you feel that, oh, you can't do it, it's not possible for you to do it. So then you bring forth the power word, Rudra, and then you just break through the limitation, break through that, and then really focus and bring it through. And again, so Rudra is also called Aparajita, where cannot be defeated. So anytime you're going through a struggle where the life is getting the better of you, circumstances are getting a better of you, then you immediately want to get to this power place. Again, say Rudra. Then the moment you say Rudra, bring that Aparajita Shakti and really bring that through. You could also look at the other one, which is the Abhijitam Nakshatra, or it's called Abhijit Nakshatra. The Shakti of Abhijit Nakshatra is Abhijitam. Abhijitam is having this unchallengeable victory right away. The animal that's associated with Abhijit Nakshatra is Nakula. Nakula is nothing but a mongoose. So if you look at it, Jupiter rules Sagittarius. The Mool Trikona of Jupiter is Sagittarius. So you look at it again, oh, these three nakshatras, I own these three nakshatras, which means I would really have this Mula, which is the Brihana Shakti, to really destroy limitations. I am Aparajita, which means I'm undefeatable. And I am Abhijitam, which means I have this Abhijitam energy. And all this comes together and becomes the Rudra energy. So this is how deep you got to do in terms of your work, in terms of how you arrive at a certain power word. You do this research and you bring forth this energy on a daily basis. So then this changes your life and living. So every time you're faced with a certain challenge, you bring forth the power with this power word that you have, which is Rudra. You bring that and then you be that power. You be that differentiating energy and you make a difference in your life. This is a great way to live. It's a great way to empower yourself on a daily basis. Something that comes naturally as a part of your chart, and then you imbibe it and then you make it your own. This is a fun way of doing it rather than just looking at what's happening today, what's a nakshatra today, what's a transit, what's happening. Maybe they have more power than me, the planets have more power than me, the nakshatras have more power than me. Instead, you really bring forth your power, you bring forth your energies, and you say Rudra, and you bring forth that power, you bring that Rudra Gayatri, and you bring forth that power again. This changes your life and living. So try it, really work with it, because it's making a big difference in my life. I'm living a fabulous life thanks to these energies and all of it, and I'm having an amazing time. And my goal is to empower you with this, because so far whatever I've seen with astrology has always been all about control, where everyone says, oh, you have this, you're doomed, and all of it. I want you to break through, break away from these shackles, and really look at how could I use this to empower myself? How could I use this to make a difference in my life? How could I use this to really bring transformation to my body, to my life, to money situations, and really bring forth these energies? So that's my goal of doing these videos. And if you really love the way I'm doing it, then have these conversations with me. Reach out to me on Instagram. I would be more than happy to have these personal consultations with you. And I'm really having these amazing conversations with these hyperachievers, really folks who've made it big, like millionaires, billionaires, and we're able to make breakthrough changes in their life and living. So this is something I absolutely love doing. So reach out to me. I would be excited to have these Instagram conversations with you, which really translate to personal consultations. And my goal is for us to have these empowered or empowering conversations. So yeah, looking forward for you guys to make these power combinations as a part of your life, and looking forward to having more conversations with you guys. Until my next video, take care, and thank you for your love. Thank you for your subscriptions. I am loving the attention, loving the love that you guys are showering on me. So thank you for that. Let's continue this. Let's grow this together, and let's have fun doing this. So take care, and take it easy, or be powerful. Bye. Take care.